Hi everyone, my name is Eric Chong Jian Guang. In this video, I would like to introduce about Hiren Boot CD. Hiren Boot CD is a freeware or shareware so that you can actually download from the internet. Besides, Hiren Boot CD is a third-party software, which means you can boot into a mini OS like your Windows XP, Linux from the Hiren Boot CD without a hard disk. In this Hiren Boot CD, that consists of more than 100 tools such as data recovering tools, imaging tools, MBR tools, BIOS tools, disk cloning, antivirus software. You can even put into Concealer CD. Other than that, the most common tools that TA will usually use such as CCleaner, TeamViewer, Run Check This, all of these features are already included. Not only that, Hiren Boot CD can even reset Windows account password, create a new account, and so on. So therefore, we can use Hiren Boot CD to troubleshoot for the computers. In this tutorial, I will briefly explain and show some of the tools for you guys. So let's begin.
After you have downloaded Hiren Boot CD, usually you will get the ISO file. So you can burn it into a CD or you can make it as a bootable pen drive in order to run the program. I've burned it into a CD, so you just have to right click and select Hiren Boot CD. Then click Yes to allow the program to run on your PC. It will show the main page. So now click Programs on the menu bar. It will show the list of the tools. So first, let's start from Antivirus or Spyware. These are the software that helps you to scan all the malicious software on your PC. For example, Malwarebytes and Malware. Just select it and it will run the program. Now, you just have to select the scan type. Then click on Scan. It will scan all the malicious software on your PC. Another example of antivirus software which is Remove Fake Antivirus. This is to scan all the fake virus and remove it. Let's move to the next category, which is backup. All of these software are basically to backup all the files and restore it back when your hard disk got damaged or your file got corrupted. So I will show clone this to demonstrate how to backup your data. First, you need to select the disk that you want to backup. So for example, I choose for H. Then you click on Backup. From here, choose the location that you want to save and put any name that for the backup files. Then click Save. It will start to save all the files into an image format from the disk H. Once it is completed, you can restore the file by selecting the image file that you have created. Next is the browser and file managers. So from here, I would like to talk about 7-zip file manager, HashMyFile, and Opera web browser. So first, let's go to 7-zip file manager. 7-zip file manager is an open source file archiver that to compress file or to extract file. You can also read and write with different archive format. The next one is HashMyFile. This is the program that used to calculate the MB5 and SHA1 hashes of the file. So you need to add a file. From here, you can select any file you want. Then it will show the values of MD5 and the value of SHA1. So you can copy both into a notepad, or you can select property. It will show more detail of the file. So you can just copy all and paste it into the notepad. Now let's go to Opera web browser. As you can see, this browser is in secure mode. This browser is the fastest and also the smallest with full feature web browser. So if you need a secure browser, especially when you need to do online banking or online transaction as well, you can use Opera web browser. The next one is Cleaner. So in this part, they are used to clean, delete or remove any file. For example, CCleaner. CCleaner is used to clean all the unwanted files, including your internet files such as your history, your cookies, your recently typed URL, and all the invalid Windows registry entry on your computers. Another example, we can use DeleteDoctor. This is a software to delete all the invalid files, because sometimes we can't delete the files, so we can use this to delete the file. So next, let's go to device driver. So in this part, will help you to install any driver when your PC couldn't detect any external devices. So let's say I'm using DeleteDoctor. This software will automatically help you to scan and look for all the available driver for your PC. Based on the result, you can just select the driver and click download driver. So next, let's go to editor and viewer. In this part, this is to allow you to view the file in a different way. So let's say HXD. This is the program that allows you to view the file in hex value, and you can also edit the hex value. So now, let's say I open a file. This file, it will view in hex value. Usually we view the files in hex value is for investigation purpose, or maybe we want to recover the corrupted file. Now let's go to the next one, which is file system. So here it is to allow you to make any changes for the file system. So let's say Antivirus. Sometimes you need to get the permission before you can open the folder. So in this program, you can just browse the location of the folder, then you click run, and now you can actually access to the folder. Now let's go to hard disk and storage. In this part, actually is to test the status of your hard disk to check any bad sector of your file system. So let's go to check this, the most common one. You will list out all the disks with the driver letter. So now you have to choose which driver letter you want to check. So let's say H and hit enter. So now it will verify the disk and fix it if they found any backscatter from the disk. So now you have done for checking the disk. Now let's go to network. In this part you can actually do a lot of things, such as port scanning to view the TCP, to get the network info, and so on. So I will show you how to do a port scanning in order to get the IP address. Before you use the program, you have to know the default gateway of the IP address. So now go to CMD and type ipconfig. Then press enter. You will see this is the IP address. Once you know the IP address, you can set the range between this IP address. The range is all up to you, as long as the first three is the same. So now you can start scanning the IP. So once the scanning is done, all the devices that are connected to the same network with this computer and also within this range, the program will able to get the PC IP address, MAC address, and response time from the scanning. So now let's go to optimizer. In this part is actually to reduce the fragmentation of your files. So for example, this program, you just have to select the disk you want to deflect, then click on deflect. So defragmenting your hard disk is actually helps you to improve your computer performance. So now let's go to Partition Boot and MBR. So in this part is actually allows you to make your pen drive as a bootable pen drive, to change the serial number of your hard disk, to let you check the MBR, to create a partition for your hard disk, and so on. So let's say you want to check your MBR. So as you can see, you know which version of your Windows are using, your BIOS version, and so on. It will also save all the information and all the driver that you are using into a notepad. You can also change the serial number of your hard disk. You just need to go to volume serial number changer. So this is the current of your serial number. If you want to change the new serial number, just enter any value you want, then click on change serial number, and your serial number will be changed. So now let's go to password and key. In this part is actually you can reset your Windows account password, you can change account type as an administrator, you can view your product key, product ID, and so on. So now let's say you want to view your product key, just go here and click product key. So it will show your product key and your product ID and where is the installation folder and the service pack. So next is process. In this part, it allows you to view all the processes that are running in your PC. So for example, process monitor. So now it's showing all the exe files that are running on your PC. You can also modify the dates on the program. So just go to run as date. So choose the files that you want to run and modify the dates. So this program will run as following this date. Next, let's go to recovery. In this part, you can actually recover your data, to restore your data. If you accidentally deleted your files from your pen drive, you can just select any tools to recover back your data. First, you need to select the disk that you want to recover. Then you will find that this is the one that you have deleted previously. So you just have to select the file and restore to any location you want. So as you can see, your file has been recovered. So now let's go to registry. In this part, you can edit registry or you can view the process of registry. You can also repair. So from this program, you can actually just click this button to scan registry for problems, and they will fix it automatically. Next, let's go to remove control. In this part, you can remove control on other machines, allows you to transfer file to another machines. You can do online chatting, online video, and so on. So I'm using TeamViewer to remove control on other machines. So this is your ID and your password. If you want to connect to another machine, you need to know the ID and password. So now I entered the ID of the machine and the password of the machine. So now you are connected to the machine. You can control the PC, you can do transfer files, you can online chatting, and so on. So now let's go to security and encryption. In this part is to encrypt your data using algorithm so that other people will not easily to open your data. So let's say this crypter. In this program is to encrypt your disk so that people will not able to open your disk. So first select the disk that you want to encrypt. Then choose any algorithm you want and set your password. So now it will start to encrypt your disk. It will take some time to encrypt your disk. So I've done for E, this is the one that have encrypted. So if I want to open it, I need to mount and enter the password that I set. So now I can able to open it. So next, let's go to startup. In this part is to see how many programs that are running in your PC. So for example, autorun, you list out all the programs that are running in your PC. the driver that are running, the tasks, the Internet Explorer, and so on. So next one is system information. In this part is actually to show us all the information of your system. For example, System Explorer. In this program, it will show us all the performance of your PC, the networking, Windows driver. Actually, it's more advanced than the Task Manager. You can also perform the security scan on your PC. So the next one is testing. In this part, I can test hard disk, monitor, RAM, graphic card, and so on. So let's say I want to test my RAM. I go to Man Test. So here, I just have to click the button Start Testing. It will start to test my RAM. The next one is Fingers. In this part, you can actually modify your system, for example, disable autorun, so that all the autoruns will not able to run on your PC. You can also write protected USB devices on this PC, which means that you can set all the USB as read-only, so that all the files in USB will not able to run on your PC. So if you want to set it back, you just have to select the second one and hit enter. That's it. So the last part, for all of these tools are actually you can use it to troubleshoot your PC. For example, you cannot shut down your PC, then you can force shut down your PC. You can also go to CMD, or you can use your keyboard as a mouse. You can also use on-screen keyboard to replace your mouse as a keyboard. And you can also customize your Hiren boot as well. So that's all for my tutorial. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.